What's up with it? It's your boy J 2 Times. You're on another episode of Tea Time with 2 Times. And let me just start out by saying Happy Pride Month. Yes, baby, to the gays, the studs, the bulldaggers, the goddamn dykes, to the punks, to the sissies, to the trans men, trans women, fairies, and dolls, boo. Happy Pride to all of us. Sincerely a proud punk. And let me tell y'all something. When I say all of those words, yes, those are like derogatory words, but it's like, I'm one of those people, I like to take ownership of it and like, how we do with nigga? Like, bitch, I'm taking ownership of it and I'm putting my own spin on it. What is that fucking word called? It's a word for that. Can't think of it right now, but yes, putting my own spin to it, taking the power back and putting it back out there. But once again, let me tell y'all something. It's only one of those things that the gays can do amongst the gays. So you, as a straight girl or a straight nigga, please don't try it. Don't call us none of that. Point blank, period. It's not for you to say. It's not your lingo, boo. It's not your lingo. It's for us. It's for us. It's for us. It's not for you. And it won't be for you. And if you use those words on me, bitch, we're going to have to get into it, boo. And also, I do want to say, pride is not for you DL niggas. Pride is not, it's not for you DL niggas. It's not. If you somebody DL trade, it's not for you, boo. Because pride is for the people that's out, that literally put their lives on the line every day for the shit. Because they're living their real life. They're living in their truth. Not for the fakers and the shakers that sit in the back and watch everything pan out. You know that meme of like, I'm actually going to send it to you. That meme with Squidward and this SpongeBob and Patrick, they on the road and then Squidward looking through the blinds. Yeah, that's what DL niggas give me. That's what DL niggas give me. On the sidelines looking like, yeah, y'all want to fuck us, but y'all, A, don't be wanting to claim us. Or like, be in public with us. So it's kind of like, bitch, this ain't for you. This not for you. Now, to my girlies that's closeted, when you still in the closet, but you thinking about coming out, boo, come on out. We love you. But to you DL niggas that don't want to come out and y'all just want to fucking suck on, baby, y'all just want to fucking suck on the girlies. Yeah, fuck you. For real. Once again, pride is not for you. It's for the girls that are out. And for, for the girlies that's closeted and that's a little nervous to come out, boo, we love you. Mwah. Now, let's get into it. Let's go straight in, because, baby, I got some, this episode is all about the community, boo. So before we go any further, I do want to acknowledge Big Frida's partner, Devon, passing. So shout out to Big Frida. Let me tell y'all something. In August, I'll be 30. So when I was in like high school, I would truly say, and people that's my age, y'all are gonna know what I'm talking about. The ones who, if you know, if you watched it. But Big Frida she still has a show, but back then, I forgot what network the show comes on. I know she has a show on Fuse now, but back then, Big Frida had a show and it came on cable. I forgot what channel, but I would say Devon and Frida were like the first real black gay couple that me and my peers saw. So it's kind of like, damn, this is so crazy that years later that Devon passed away it said diabetic complications. So it says Devon Hurst, according to Fox8Live.com, Devon Hurst, longtime partner of New Orleans music icon Big Frida, has died at 38 from complications related to diabetes. His death was announced May 15th via a public Instagram post by Frida, who described him as surrounded by his loving family in his final moments. Big Frida, love you down, baby. Heart goes out to you. Do you hear me? Because you and Devon was in it for the long run. I don't give a fuck, baby. You was riding. You was riding for your man. He was riding for you. And I seen on TikTok, baby, you was shaking that ass. You was, baby, you was pouncing for your man at that party. As you should, boo. Loved every bit of it. My condolences out to you, Frida. Mwah. Hopefully one day you can come sit on this couch with me, boo, because I would love to have you. Okay, so next. Loved every bit of this. Do you hear me? So we have Jermelle Simon, or is it Simone? I think it's Simon. No, it's Simon, Jermelle Simon, and OBO Jones are getting married. So, according to gaytimes.com, it says, cue the wedding bells. The Upshot star, which is the Upshots is the show on Netflix, Jermelle Simon and social media influencer OBO Jones are engaged. I feel like they should put a little more respect on his name because he's more than an influencer, because he's been on the show too. He actually was on the Upshots too, and they played each other's love interests, which is really cute. So they played each other's love interests, and now they're really getting married in real life. So I don't know if that's how they met. I think I heard somebody tell me like they actually met before the Upshots. I don't know, but it's still cute as fuck. Both of y'all handsome as fuck. Y'all look great together. Like, and Jermelle has children. So I love that it's giving like a new modern family. Like it's adding on to the new modern family dynamic. Love what y'all doing. Back to the article. The adorable lovebirds announced the exciting news in a new interview with People magazine. Before taking the next step in their relationship, Jones and Simon had tossed around the idea of marriage, but refrained from making any concrete decisions about it. However, that all changed in April after the happy couple, including Simon's 3 children, yes, 3, baby, he got 3 kids with his man, they moved in together. In quotes, on the day we got the keys, everyone was looking at their rooms and roaming the home. Jermelle and I were in our primary room, and I had the kids in one by one hand him congratulations note with I love yous and sweet descriptions of who he's been to them and what family meant. He thought it was just in regards to the house, but I got on one knee and boom, Jones revealed. That is so fucking cute, and I love how they kept it really, cute, cool, calm, and collective. Because nowadays, I feel like we always see gay people be, especially young gay people, because they're in their 30s. They're like 32, 34, 35. Like, I think OBO's 32, and I think Jermelle is like 34, 35. And literally, I love how it's showing marriage, like, especially with gay marriage. We don't have representation for real of like, you see people with girlfriends and boyfriends, but especially gay black men, we don't see the marriage of it all. So for them to be young, black, and gay, and he has kids, like, I love that. Like I said, it gives a new modern family. It gives a new look, bitch, a new cut, a new color, like MC Deborah said, boo. It's just really cute, and I love that for them. Y'all can also come sit on this couch as well. Would love to talk to y'all about that. Because we manifest over here, boo. Period. And also, with me, it also has now, do I want my man with kids? I don't want a man with kids. But I feel like now it's one of them things where it's like, if it happened, I feel like if I get a nigga and I fall in love and he's like, I got a child, I can't be like, fuck that child. Like, I can't be in this house like, fuck him, because I ain't got none. No, I think it's one of them things you have to work through. But I truly like the fact that he does have 3 kids, because it gives us, especially my age, like they're close in my age range. So it gives me something to like think about. Like if your partner come with kids, like if they were with women previously before, that's not nothing you can stop. So I think it's a really cool dynamic. Like it's cool as fuck. That don't mean I want no nigga with no kids now. I said if it just happened to be that way, baby. Now let's plump the motherfucking brakes. But it's something that I would definitely think about. So yeah. Next, baby. When I say I love my girl down, I love my girl down to the ground. Hello? Baby, Washington, D.C. gives T.S. Madison her own day. An icon. A legend. Baby, a doll, a queen, all of those things. Auntie to the girls, to the divas, auntie to us. Like, T.S. Madison is somebody who, in the community, baby, I remember when T.S. Madison did porn, real live adult videos. Some of y'all not even old enough. Some of the young girls, y'all don't even know my girl did that at first. My girl, literally, chick with a dick. That's what she used to call herself. Period. Used to be dicking niggas down and getting dick down. And now guess what? A boss ass bitch. Bought her coin. Went past those days. Those days are behind my girl now. My girl moving forward. Propelling. Doing it all. And to even end up on the Beyonce album, bitch, that is so big for the community as a Black trans woman that she is. That's big. Hell, I'm a Black gay man, and I think that is fucking amazing. So it's like, she deserves all of these accolades. Now let's get into it. According to LGBTQNation.com, Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser proclaimed May 23rd officially T.S. Madison Day in honor of the trans activist and podcast host who recently opened a re-entry home for formerly incarcerated Black trans women. T.S. Madison is a fearless advocate and cultural icon who has used her life and voice to lift up our most vulnerable, standing tall in the face of stigma and speaking truth where silence once reigned. Bowser's proclamation reads, T.S. Madison has changed the narrative for Black trans women using her global platform to demand dignity, challenge violence, and amplify joy, reminding the world of the importance of living life fully and unapologetically. Period. Because she has done all of that. Like I said, went from adult videos, baby, to standing on the forefront for us. Hello. Period. And the re-entry home, I think that's something that's so amazing because in our community, we have to realize there are resources for what we need, our necessities. We don't really have resources. We have to depend on each other for resources. Like, we can't just go get them. We literally have to search high and low. So for her to create resources is amazing. So the T.S. Madison re-entry home, let's talk about that. According to NBC News, back in April, the T.S. Madison Starter House debuted Monday. I think it was like April 15th. I think I might get the day wrong. I don't remember the day exactly, but it was on a Monday. Transgender Day of Visibility and hosted a cohort of 5 residents participating in a 90-day program designed to support reentry into society. Organizers said that the program will offer stable housing, gender-affirming health care, job assistance, GED support, life skill training, nutrition, education, and individualized therapy. That is like groundbreaking because yes, we have things, even in Houston, we have the Montrose Center, but it's like, I think that might be the only one. If there might be more, y'all don't, but I know a big one is the Montrose Center that has like gay resources because that's like, you know, the gay part of the city. And it's like, but we need more. We can't just have one building in a huge ass city. We need more resources. And so for her to be given that, like, yes, they need GED support. Get your education, boo. Even if it is later on in life. Get that education, get your certificate, boo. Period. Life skills training, nutritional education, and individualized therapy. Like, these are things that, especially women of her lifestyle, like trans women need that for real, because they live like we're in the same community, but we're two different types of people. So it's like the life that they live, they need those. Hell, we need our own type of resources. They need the same type of resources, but like they go through different things because they're trans women. So it's like, I love that she's doing that for her people. Baby, this next one, I love every bit about this next one because this is literally doing it for the culture. Like, it really like brought back so many core memories. Okay, baby, so Noah's Ark is back. Do you hear me? Noah's Ark is back. So let me tell you, Noah's Ark was a show, once again, because I like to give time frames. Excuse me. I like to give time frames. So, Noah's Ark, I was around eighth, ninth grade, like middle school going into high school, maybe seventh, like at the most, but it was between seventh to ninth. I used to go and I used to get on YouTube. I used to sneak on YouTube because I was not supposed to be watching no gay shit. Hello. I used to sneak on YouTube and it used to be a show. I'm like, oh, okay, this show look cute. And I'm noticing like the thumbnails of the show is giving like flamboyant gay men, and I'm loving it. But it's like different. It's for gay men, but it's like some are flamboyant, some are masculine, like just different scales. I truly believe that the show was ahead of its time back then. I feel like it's in the right time now. Definitely. Like, so y'all, Noah's Ark was very much so girlfriends for the gays. Like, literally, it was that type of feel. It was so homey. It was so friend-based. Like, they all loved each other and depended on each other and, like, leaned on each other through life experiences. And then it really reminds me of me and my friends because, like, that's what we do. So, Noah's Ark was very much so a gem that was ahead of its time. And shout out to Patrick Ian Polk, who brought it back, and now it's a movie. So, let's get into the article. So, according to Ebony.com, the article says, about damn time, after nearly 2 decades, Noah's Ark, the show that put Black queer love, lost friendship, and fabulousness on screen before it was trendy, very true, in the early 2000s, way before the shit was trendy, when the shit wasn't even cool, do you hear me? Is getting its long overdue flowers in a movie. That's right, the iconic series is coming back this June, the 23rd to be exact, on Paramount Plus, just in time for Pride Month. The girls, the gays, and the group chats are already vibrating, babe. Created by Patrick Ian Polk, Noah's Ark originally premiered in 2005 and gave us something we had never seen before, a crew of unapologetically Black gay men living, loving, occasionally side-eyeing each other through life in Los Angeles. There was Noah, our tender fashion-forward writer with the heart full of hope. Alex, the no-nonsense ride-or-die with a phone bill full of gossip. Ricky, the lover boy with a PhD in flirting, and Chance, the bougie intellectual who made us want to get a master's degree just to argue with someone cute. Together, they built a world that was radical simply for existing. And that's very true. Like, that was my first time seeing, my representation on screen. Even though I was a young kid, I'm like, oh, this is what like being Black, grown, gay, and with friends can potentially look like. And it's crazy because it's like, now I find myself living like that. Like me and my friends, like I said, navigating life together. So this movie, bitch, I don't even have a Paramount Plus account, boo. And I'm super excited for this. Like, I might have to call my sister and say, hey, let me see what that password's talking about. Okay? So I can watch it. Like, I wish they would have put it on Netflix, but it's okay. Like, Patrick Ian Polk, another one I would love to have, baby. Like I said, baby, I'm all about manifestation. So I'm a manifest, boo. So, yeah. Loved every bit of it. Now, lastly, since it is Pride Month, what I am going to do, I would be remiss not to give y'all the history of Pride and how it came, because bitch, you gonna learn something today. Period. The first Pride was actually a riot, boo. Which is why I believe in being a radical type of bitch. You hear me? Okay? The first Pride was a riot. It was called the Stonewall Uprising. So let's get into it. The Stonewall riots. Boom. The first sector. Constant raids at gay bars. The 1960s and preceding decades were not welcoming to the LGBTQ community. For instance, solicitation of same-sex relationships was illegal in New York City. So it started out, boo, straight illegal. Period. Straight illegal. They didn't play that shit at all. For such reasons, LGBTQ individuals flocked to gay bars and clubs and spaces of refuge where they could express themselves openly and socialize without worry. However, the New York State Liquor Authority penalized and shut down establishments that served alcohol to known or suspected gay people. Arguing that the mere gathering of homosexuals was disorderly, bitch. So they were saying we was disorderly, basically. And the clubs and stuff we was trying to go to, they was trying to make it illegal for us to even, you know what I'm saying, patronize there. Gay rights before Stonewall. The first documented U.S. gay rights organization, the Society for Human Rights, SHR, was founded in 1924 by Henry Gerber, a German immigrant. Police raids forced them to disband in 1925, but not before they had published several issues of their newsletter, Friendship and Freedom, the country's first gay interest newsletter. Also, America's first lesbian rights organization, the Daughters of Bilitis, was formed in San Francisco on September 21st, 1955. In 1966, 3 years before Stonewall, members of the, Madison, because I think this is an Italian name, y'all. So the Madison, an organization, was dedicated to gay rights, staged a sip-in where they were openly declared their sexuality at taverns, daring staff to turn them away and suing establishments who did. Period. They went in there and they did their own sit-ins, boo. Sip-ins. Because, you know, we love the tea. Sip-ins, so sip on that. So now, the Stonewall Inn. The crime syndicate saw profit in catering to shunned gay clientele, and by the mid-1960s, the Genovese crime family controlled most Greenwich Village gay bars. In 1966, they purchased Stonewall Inn, a straight bar and restaurant, cheaply renovated and reopened it next year as a gay bar. So they took it, flipped it, and made it ours, boo. So the Stonewall Inn was registered as a type of private bottle bar, which did not require a liquor license because patrons were supposed to bring their own liquor. Baby, BYOB in this bitch, fuck you talking about. So club attendees had to sign their name in on a book upon arrival, bitch, to maintain the club's false exclusivity. So now, where did it go? Okay, now, where did the Stonewall riots begin? When police raided the Stonewall Inn in the morning of June 28th, it came as a surprise. The bar wasn't tipped off this time. Armed with a warrant, police officers entered a club, roughed up patrons, and finding bootlegged alcohol, arrested 13 people, including employees and people violating the state's gender-appropriate clothing statute. So basically, females cross-dressing, women that were cross-dressing. So fed up with the constant police harassment and social discrimination, angry patrons and neighborhood residents hung around outside of the bar rather than disperse. Becoming increasingly agitated, the events unfolded and people were aggressively manhandled. At one point, an officer hit a lesbian woman over the head and forced her into the police van. She shouted to onlookers to act, inciting the crowd to begin throwing pennies, bottles, cobblestones, bitch, and everything at the police. So, yeah, they started teeing up and they got into a big-ass riot with the police, boo. Within minutes, a full-blown riot involving hundreds of people began. The police, a few prisoners, and Village Voice Riders barricaded themselves in the bar, which the mob attempted to set on fire after breaching and barricading repeatedly. So, it turned into a full-on shit show, boo. That was the first Pride. And you really want to talk about it? Shout out to Marsha P. Johnson. That was like the black trans woman who led it all for real. What was the outcome of the Stonewall riots? Though the Stonewall uprising didn't start the gay rights movement, it was a galvanizing force for the LGBTQ political activism, leading to numerous gay rights organizations, including the Gay Liberation Front, Human Rights Campaign, GLAAD, formerly Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, and PFLAG, formerly Parents, Families, and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. So, what is it? Okay, right here we go. On the one-year anniversary of the riots, June 28, 1970, thousands of people marched in the streets of Manhattan from the Stonewall Inn to Central Park in what was then called Christopher Street Liberation Day, America's first gay pride parade. Boo. Yeah. So bitches had to turn up to get them rights, which is why I'm always like, hey, you can find a bitch at the more radical end. Shit, you feel me? Hey, that peaceful shit cool, but hey, sometimes you gotta cut up to make motherfuckers hear you. Which in present day, in 2016, then President Barack Obama designated the sites of riots, Stonewall Inn, Christopher Park, and surrounding streets and sidewalks a national monument in recognition of the area's contribution to gay rights. There go your history lesson, boo. Point blank the fuck, period. So, with that being said, baby, this was definitely a motherfucking episode that you learn something and have your pride, boo. LGBTQ, little bitch, LGBTQ, the little ghetto bitches that queef, bitch. That's us. Shout out to us. Yeah. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Tea Time with Two Times. And I'm going to see y'all next time.